Dear student, I am starting your lecture 18 for negative feedback in transistor amplifier. In the last lecture, we have seen about current series feedback. In today's lecture, we will see about voltage series feedback. Voltage series feedback amplifier. Feedback amplifier. In a voltage series feedback amplifier, feedback is proportional to the output voltage and it is combined in series with the input. The feedback is proportional to the output voltage and it is combined in a series manner with the input. Then it is called voltage series feedback amplifier. See, the circuit diagram of voltage series feedback is as shown in figure. This is your circuit diagram. This is a ground, this is a supply. You are taking the output voltage from the emitter lead. This is output voltage VO. This is RE. This is R1. This is R2. This is a plus VCC. The common collector amplifier circuit is an example of a voltage series feedback amplifier. This is a common collector circuit. This is a common collector amplifier. You are taking the voltage, output voltage from the emitter lead. You are taking the output voltage from emitter lead. Okay. And this voltage, the voltage developed across RA is feedback to the input. Whatever voltage is developed across RA, entire voltage is feedback to the input. So there is a 100% negative feedback. In this circuit, R1 and R2 provides you voltage. R1 and R2 provides voltage divider bias to the circuit. RE provides thermal stability to the circuit. Already you know this. Now let us see how much feedback in circuit takes place. Look here, how to calculate the feedback I am telling you. The feedback factor, we know that the feedback voltage is nothing but the K into VO dash. So this much voltage is feedback to the input. So I can write current into resistance. What is VO dash? VO dash is nothing but the current into resistance. Sometimes there are some book they are writing RL, so you can write RL. It does not make any difference. So value of the feedback factor is -1, means 100%. So in a common collector amplifier circuit, 100% feedback takes place. How much percent? 100%. Due to 100% negative feedback in this circuit, the input resistance of the circuit, input impedance of the circuit is very large, and output impedance of the circuit is very low. So this circuit can be used as a impedance matching device, or you can say buffer. This can be used as a impedance matching device, or you can say buffer. Now look here again, last time I am telling you. In voltage series feedback amplifier, the feedback is proportional to the output voltage and it is combined in a series manner with the input signal is called voltage series feedback. The common collector amplifier circuit is an example of the voltage series feedback. Here the voltage developed across RE is feedback to the input in a combined manner, and this feedback depends upon the output voltage. In a common collector amplifier circuit, the voltage is taken from the emitter lead, and this is also known as a emitter follower circuit. So you can calculate the number of percentage of the feedback. VFB is called KV0 dash. Already you know this. Already you know. So what is feedback voltage? This much feedback voltage. This much feedback voltage. What is the output voltage? It is the same. So 100% negative feedback. Due to 100% negative feedback, you can say the input impedance is very large and output impedance is very low. So it can be used as an impedance matching device. Let us see the characteristics of this circuit. I will discuss the characteristics of the circuit. First we will find the current gain. You know, current gain is nothing but the current gain, EI, is nothing but the output current upon input current. Output current is IE because in output section your emitter, from the emitter lead you are taking the output. So current in output section is IE. Input section is base current. So I can write this is a base current plus collector current upon IB. So you can say 1 plus IC upon IB. So 1 plus HAP. This is your current gain. Second, input resistance. The input resistance is nothing but you can say it is the same to the previous one, HIE, 1 plus HAP into RE, or you can write RL, or sometimes they are writing HIE plus 1 plus HAP into RL. Input resistance. This is first. Second. Third. What is the voltage gain? Voltage gain is nothing but the AI RL upon RL. Here I am not writing AVF. You can see here. Here I have written. This is input resistance, you can say. You can write RI, it does not matter. This is also RI. You are talking for circuit. The common collector circuit itself is an example of a voltage series feedback. So let me, to avoid the confusion in you, you can write it is or you can write RI. It is the same. So here I am writing AI. What is the AI? AI is this much. This AI is here and this RI is here. So AI is nothing but the, you can write 1 plus HAP into RL. You can write also RE, does not matter. HI plus 1 plus HAP into RL. So voltage gain HI, you add HI term and you are subtracting minus HI plus 1 plus HFE into RL. So this I can write 1 minus HIE upon HIE plus 1 plus HFE into RL. So what does it mean? Voltage gain is always less than 1. That is important characteristics of a common collector circuit. We have characteristics of this circuit, common collector. Common collector is an example of a voltage series feedback. So I am discussing this is for common collector. Current gain is 1 plus HAV. Input resistance is HI plus 1 plus HAV into RE. R is nothing but it is a load resistance across which you are taking the output voltage. So I am writing RL also. So here load resistance is RE or RL. Anything you can write. So this equation says that your voltage gain is always less than 1. And fourth I want to discuss. Fourth I will discuss RO. The RO is nothing but you can say RO of your circuit is nothing but I can write HIE plus RS upon 1 plus HAV. These are output resistance of the common collector circuit. What is the most important thing for this? Due to 100% negative feedback, his input resistance is very large and output resistance is very low. This circuit can be used as a buffer, or you can say impedance matching device. We know the gain bandwidth products. Gain multiplied by bandwidth is called gain bandwidth product. Due to 100% feedback, gain is reduced, so bandwidth is increased. For any amplifier circuit, gain bandwidth product is always constant. This is always constant. So in this circuit, due to 100% feedback, gain is reduced. As the gain is reduced, so bandwidth is increased. So here bandwidth is very large. For your understanding, I can draw the frequency response of the remember this is your gain is 1 is the graph of the symbolic representation I am showing you. This bandwidth is very large. So it is a high frequency capability, okay, but gain is always less than 1. Now I am discussing one numerical based on this circuit. See, the numerical I am writing the only data here in a circuit should become very easy for you to do the calculation. Already I did the calculation and you can repeat the calculation. I am showing the calculation. See, this is your circuit diagram. This is your circuit diagram. This is your circuit diagram. This is your R1. This is your R2. This is your supply CC RS. Input signal is to be processed through in circuit. Now question, this is an example. I am writing the entire sentence. I am showing you this circuit. Now, so in this circuit they have given HIE is equal to 1.5 kilo. They have given HI 1.5 kilo, HFE 75. This is your emitter follower circuit. Already I told you what is emitter follower. What does it emitter follow? Let me tell you. Already know, but you should know this. Voltage at the emitter follow the input voltage. Therefore, it is called emitter follower. Voltage at the emitter follow the input. Therefore, it is called emitter follower circuit. Voltage at the emitter follows the input voltage. So, it is your emitter follower. This is slightly less than 1. Means 0.95, 0.96, 0.97, like so. So, in this voltage, you can say, in this voltage series feedback amplifier, or you can say common collector circuit amplifier or emitter follower circuit, this value they will given. HI is 1.5 kilo, HF is 75, RE is equal to RL, they have given 860 ohm, this is your 860 ohm. Now, they have given R1 parallel R2, means parallel combination of R1 and R2, they have given 20 kilo. Calculate first question, AI, RI input resistance, RI dash, AV, RO and RO dash. This resistance is 1 kilo ohm, source resistance. RS they have given 1 kilo. This resistance is 1 kilo. Let us calculate. Answer. First, AI. What the equation of AI? You know this, 1 plus HFE. So, HFE, how much they have given? 75. So, your answer is 76. So, you are getting 1. Now, let us do the calculation for second. RI. RI already have written HI plus 1 plus HFE into RL. What is HI? They have given 1.5 kilo ohm. This is your 76 into 860 ohm. So if you calculate this value, so it is nothing but the 66.9 into 10 raised to 3. So 66.9 kilo. So this is, you get AI is here, RI is this. Now third, RI dash. Sir, what is RI dash? If you find RI dash, it is nothing but it is parallel combination of RI and these are already we have used in so many. RI dash is the parallel combination of RI and R. I can show you in a so this is your this is in a parallel combination of, this is in a parallel combination of with this. So this Rf is nothing but the Ri. This is nothing but what we have written. It is Ri. So Ri is in parallel combination of this R1 and R2. You will get Ri dash. So I am getting Ri dash is nothing but the Ri parallel R. 66.9 kilo ohm. Parallel R is already given 20 kilo ohm. If you find out this value, you do the calculation. I have done 15 point, approximately I am writing 4 kilo ohm. So this is your third RIS. Now AV, gain AV I am doing. This is your fourth I am doing the calculation, AV. What is AV? AV is nothing but the 1 minus HI upon RI, if you know this. Look here. This is nothing but the 1 minus HI upon RI. This is your RI. So I can write like this. So let me do the calculation. So it is nothing but the gain is equal to, you can write 1 minus. What is HI? HI is what? We have written HI is given 1.5 kilo ohm upon RI. What is RI? 66.9 kilo ohm. So if you find the voltage gain by this one, so you will get nearly about 0.978. One is nothing but the AI, RI, RI dash and AV. So AV you can get this one. Third RO. So I am calculating now RO. This is your fifth one. RO is given by HIE plus RS upon 1 plus HAP. 1.5 kilo ohm. This is, I think they would give 1 kilo ohm. 1 plus 75. If you calculate this value, I'll get 32.89 ohm. So this is your RO. It's very easy. Only you have to remember the equation 6. They are asking you RO dash. It is RO parallel RL. So if you do this calculation, 32.89 parallel 860 ohm, you will get RO dash is nearly about 31.68. Here I want to show that input resistance, if you see 66.9 kilo ohm and output resistance is only 31 ohm. So input resistance is very large, output resistance is very. Second thing, gain is nearly 1. Can you see here? Gain is nearly 1. So output voltage follow the input voltage. Here I have written gain is less than 1. But it is slightly less than 1, 0.9, like so, 0.95. So here gain is 0.9, 0.97. It means this voltage is slightly less than this voltage. If this is 20 millivolt, just to explain you, if it is a 20 millivolt, this will be on 19.5 millivolt. So this say that voltage at this follow the input voltage. Therefore, it is called emitter follow. We have seen the two circuit, current series feedback and voltage series feedback. Let us see the one more circuit, voltage shunt feedback amplifier. One more feedback circuit we will see, voltage shunt feedback. In a voltage shunt feedback, the feedback is proportional to the output voltage and it is combined in a shunt manner with the input. If the feedback is proportional to the output voltage and it is combined in a shunt manner with the input, then it is called voltage shunt feedback. So, let us see the circuit. You already studied the collector to base bias. The circuit diagram of collector to base bias is an example of a voltage shunt feedback. I am showing you circuit diagram of a collector to base bias. See, from collector you are giving some bias to the base. This is the circuit diagram of collector to base bias. This is a coupling capacitor. This is a VO. From this you are looking, it is ROF dash. This is a ROF. From this you are giving to the input, the feedback is given to the input. This is your feedback current. This is your resistor RB. Here's coupling capacitors. This is your source resistors. This is the input signal Vs. This is ground. Here is your Vi. This is your Rf. Here is Rf dash. Now listen about the voltage shunt feedback. In a voltage shunt feedback, feedback is proportional to the output voltage and it is combined in a shunt manner. Then it is called, it is combined in shunt manner with the input, then it is called voltage shunt feedback. This is the circuit diagram of collector to base bias, collector to base bias. This circuit is an example of voltage shunt feedback. Here feedback is proportional to the output voltage and it is combined in a shunt manner. So let us calculate the feedback factor, how much you are giving feedback to the input. So from this I can say, from the circuit I can say VO is equal to Vi plus current multiplied by resistor, you can say easily. See this voltage VO is equal to this voltage plus Vi. This is your Vi, you can see. So I can write my IF is equal to VO minus Vi upon RB. It's amplifier circuit, so output voltage is larger than the input voltage. So I can write IF is nearly equal to 1 upon RB into VO. So it is nothing but you can say this feedback is nothing but the K into VO. If I say VO dash, then I should write VO dash. So your feedback factor is the 1 upon RB. You know feedback is K times of VU dash. So this feedback proportional to output voltage. How much you are giving feedback? 1 upon RB. So this is called feedback factor K. Now no need to do some derivation. We'll write directly the equation of the input resistance due to mirror effect. It is in a shunt. It is shunt, so input resistance decreases. Due to the shunt effect, input and output resistance decreases. This is called shunting. So input and output resistance decreases. The equation of the input resistance HI parallel RB 1 minus AV. Sometimes they are writing AV. So what is AV? AV is nothing but the HI into RL dash up. HIV into RL dash upon HI. So what is RL dash? RL dash is nothing but the ROF parallel RL. Now this is your input resistance. What is output resistance? Output resistance is given by this equation. It is RB upon RS into your RS plus HI. I am not doing any derivation of this, just I am giving you for your information. HF. And ROF dash is nothing but the ROF parallel RL. Voltage gain with respect to source Vs. AV is nothing but the voltage gain with respect to Vi. You can see that both is different. Vi is this and Vs is here. So for this I can write VU upon Vi into Vi by Vs. This is nothing but the AV. What is Vi by Vs? See in your circuit, this is your Vs, this is your RS, this is your RF, this is your Vi. So from this you can write, you must be knowing what is Vi. From this circuit you can write from Vi is nothing but the applied voltage into this resistance upon this resistance upon total resistance. So Vs of Vi by Vs, the Vo by Vs is what you have written, Vo by Vi into Vi by Vs. So what is Vi? Vs into Ref upon total resistance. You know this is a voltage divider equation. This voltage is nothing but the applied voltage into this resistance upon total resistance. Already you know this. This you have studied in a 12th standard even. So I can write Vi by Vs is Ref upon Rs plus Ref. So I am using this equation here, Ref upon Rs plus Ref. The voltage gain of this voltage shunt feedback amplifier, which is nothing but the we have taken collector to base bias circuit, is given by this equation. Here is the end of the today lecture.